This video was taken from our Live at 5 show over on Patreon. If you would like to come and join us on Patreon for all the exclusive videos and live shows every day, the link is in the description. Steve Kelly says, all right, lads, hope you're both well today. Do you think it's a good idea, club giving Baines a new contract, or would you prefer us to get a younger backup for Dean? I think it's a great idea that they're giving, I think, a new contract to Baines. I think Baines has been superb every time we've needed him this season. And I think you need people around the club who understand the club. I don't think we've got enough of them. And I think the problem with getting a younger one is that you've got to identify that young player and he's got to be good enough. And is it a position that we're desperate for at the moment? Well, that depends on Dean, I imagine. You know, if he's committed to the club, then we're fine. And I think Baines is just a brilliant backup, and I know he'd be a year older, but he hasn't played loads, so his legs would be quite fresh. And I just think for me, he's in a really good position. Now, are there too many left backs out there that you'd go, oh, he's 19, 18? Who's to say that there isn't already a left back at the club, and the club are confident that in the next 2 years we'll start pushing Luca Dean? We all thought that was going to be Robinson. That didn't work out, but I think that was almost a plan at one point. Give Baines, then get Robinson, and I don't think they saw enough in Robinson in what he'd done while he was on loan for that to happen. So, what's your thoughts?
I think we should just keep Baines for another 12 months personally, and spend our time then looking for a left back. Because I think, don't forget, Delph can play there as well in an emergency. We're trying to get Gabriel, who's left-sided, can play left-back as well. So I think Dean is 27 this year, so by the end of next season, he'll be coming up to 28. So then you should have your understudy in then for him, 2021.
Get the crossover.
And then you've got him then having to play well to maintain his place in the team.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no one off the top of my head who I'd go, go and get him, because he'll definitely, unless you're spending big money, and there's other areas where we have to spend big money at the moment. Luca Dean isn't one of them.
And you don't get rid of players like Baines unless they're completely shot, as far as I'm concerned. You need to have that overlap. Look, Baines, you've seen Baines this season, or last season as well, when Dean come off the pitch and he's hugging him and he's
waiting.
Baines obviously loves being an Everton player, and wouldn't say he isn't fussed that he doesn't play all the time, but has accepted in this stage of his career that he'd rather be on the bench for Everton than maybe playing for a championship team or even in MLS. I think has he got 5 kids?
Yeah.
And I know he loves going to LA, but there's a difference between loving going somewhere and actually living somewhere, uprooting your kids' lives and stuff like that. When they're obviously very, very settled in Liverpool and very settled wherever, being schools or whatever.
Just likes going out, seeing him on Cutthroat Pete's Instagram. Yeah. He's taking pictures of him, and he go on and just likes doing his photography. And that's not saying maybe next season he mightn't fancy LA at the end of the year for a year. I don't know, but I just think if he wants to stay, his performances in the 5 or 6 games he's played this year has been sound. He hasn't let anyone down. So, and he's a good trainer.
And as you just said then, it's not a priority.
No.
And what you do is you look at the areas of your pitch. It doesn't matter how much money you've got. You look at the areas of the pitch that are priorities, and you strengthen in them positions. And you take one by one. Sometimes there's opportunities to buy players, and they might jump the queue because the opportunity is so much needed. But Everton have obviously looked at it this season and probably think to themselves, a left-sided centre-back, a centre midfielder with legs, and then maybe a right midfielder. But things happen all the time. Don't forget, this time last year, and even this time, well, not this time, but early on in the season, we were all crying out for a centre-forward. And now we're looking at going, we don't need centre-forward. We've got 2 playing, scoring goals. We've got a young lad on the bench. Maybe we could have a 4th choice one, maybe, but it's not a massive priority. Things change over time, and I think just right now, unless something radically changes with Dean. But don't forget, even if Dean's position changed, and he came to Everton and said, listen, I'd like to leave for whatever reason. I want Champions League football, or my wife hasn't settled, or whatever it is. Then Everton would be looking for a 1st choice left back, wouldn't he? So Baines would still be the 2nd choice left back. So from Baines' point of view, nothing will change from that point of view. So if we need a new left back, it'll be a 1st choice left back, not a 2nd choice left back. So for me, it's fantastic that he hopefully signs the contract and we move forward.
Definitely.
Makes sense to me.
Definitely.